Hey friends, it's John Klein III with episode 46 of Shadow and Flame with Magic, the podcast. And today we're going to review the New Mutants Volume 1, Issue 70. So let's get to it. So I'm hoping to do this 16 weeks in a row, life pending, of course. But on Thursdays, I'm hoping to record um, all my comics I have involving the Inferno. So this is going to be Inferno mostly through Illyana's eyes and experiences, which is why it's 16 issues and not, I don't know, like 50 issues, because Inferno was pretty massive. And so we are going to review New Mutants 70, the volume that started it all back in 1983. Cover is Cannonball, Wolfsbane, Magik, Warlock, and Danny with a giant monster about to swallow them whole. This comic costs you $1 or 125 cans or 50 pence and is comic book approved, code approved. With Spider-Man in the corner box. Let's see here. Volume 1, Issue 70, cover date December 1988. The writers Louise Simonson, penciler Terry Schumacher, inker Al Milgrom, letterer Joe Rosen, colorist um, Gilnis Oliver, editor Bob Harris, editor-in-chief Tom DeFalco. So pretty all-star talents there. And so this issue sets up the Illyana one at the very end. So before that, we're concluding an issue. This is self-fulfilling prophecy. Spider, the enemy of the story arc, has Gossamer kidnapped, or not kidnapped. One of my least favorite terms. Captured. And so the New Mutants, including Sunfire, who I think is the only one who's not on the cover. Oh no, he was. He's behind Warlock. And he's trying to break out, but Spider has them all, and he's pretty much a spider with a unitard on, and he has them all, the New Mutants, in a prison that I guess negates all their powers, or they can use their powers, but then they can't escape because like Sunspot's going to push against the bars, and the bars are going to push him, like punch him, throw him right back, so making him essentially a cannonball. And they are all wearing their graduation suit, and they're in space. And poor Lila Cheney is also captured, but on the outside of the caves, along with Gossamer. Warlock he creates a giant mitt to catch Sunspot. And then Spider's taunting them all because they're not grasping that this is how the prison works. Spider is a disgusting creature, as he talks about how Lila, a creature of strong feelings as well as unparalleled long-distance teleporter, you will provide a useful decoction when I am through using you in other ways, which is disgusting. And he's constantly talking about wanting to make a brew of with her. And he's captured Gossamer because he also has her parents captured. And Gossamer's deal um, is that she's a young version of her species, but essentially her species, as they mature, become giant, like Godzilla-sized creatures that can destroy whole planets. So he's hoping to use that power for his own purposes. And he's a collector of bodies and of souls. So he's just disgusting. Like, a Met Vision hybrid from Rom Comics levels of disgusting. So then he keeps taunting Lila, and Cannonball is finally like tired of it all, and so he decides that he's gonna cannonball through the bars, and then he bounces right back too. Um, and then he laughs. Spider laughs at Cannonball as he gets bounced back, and he wonders about what type of brew he and Lila would make. And so poor Wolfsbane's now at her limit of what she can tolerate. So now she thinks that maybe we jump through the bars instead of at the bars if it'll do anything. But instead, she just gets electrocuted, which hurts Danny as well because of their psychic link. And then Illyana's like, monster! And Spider's like, Illyana, the magical dark child, what right have you to call me monster? You perhaps will be the most useful of all. Unbridled rage in such a rare calamity. I can see the power of it growing, demanding release. Perhaps I can free it. And then Sunspot and Warlock uh, are trying to regroup. Um, and so Warlock thinks he can withstand the blast, but turns out he cannot, so he's like fried. And Spider just keeps laughing at them. There's an ad here for Airwolf toys, mostly the Airwolf vehicle itself. And so then he has Gossamer tied to a pillar. Gossamer's feeling bad at the only reason the New Mutants are captured is because of her. And so she's just feeling defeated. Then we get, while hundreds of light years away, the spires of Manhattan gleam blue and gold in the waning sunlight. And we see Magneto's heading to the Hellfire Club. He's now the White King, but he's highly distracted by losing the New Mutants for a second time. And what he's doing wrong, what he could be doing right. Then as soon as he lands, all the garbage decide to start attacking him as if the Ninja Turtles from the 87 series had started to, are attacking him. Which that cartoon's already been on the air for maybe 2 years. And I'm trying to think. That first season was literally just 5 episodes that were amazing. So I don't think they were just using all forms of garbage as weapons until like season 4 when they had to do like 70 episodes for one whole season. But since he's Magneto, he just crushes all the metal. He uses his magnetism to turn his classic red and purple uniform into the white suit that's required of the White King. Shaw greets him at the door. After Shaw or Magneto tells him that he has now experienced the strangeness of inanimate objects attacking. Shaw takes a moment to take a swipe at Magneto, being able to handle all the metal, but not 6 unruly teenagers. And he quotes like, "That's Emma's what Emma told him." Because he's the Black King, and then Emma's the White Queen to Magneto's White Queen to Magneto's White King, and then Selene walks in the room, the Black Queen to Shaw's Black King, and then Emma's like, "You misquote me, Shaw, and misrepresent my attitude," and and he's aware that they're off planet on a rescue mission, and then Selene thinks, "You play a dangerous game, Miss Frost, taking the White King's side against the Black. If your goal is to provoke Shaw, I can see that you succeeded. And if you seek to split the Hellfire Club, white pieces against the Black, you better watch your back." While on Snyder's planet and Gossamer is still feeling very low, the team's thinking about what they can do. I always like it when Warlock says self friends, as it's just charming. And then Gossamer, in her sadness, um, puts a white clear blanket over herself and just disappears, taking a depression nap. We've all done it. Magik says she's disappeared, and now the guards are all confused, and they're looking for her where she went. And somehow Sunspot's able to now use it. The guards somehow like lower the energy, and so then Sunspot's able to start attacking them through the bars, and then by tossing one of them into the controls, all the bars are down. So that worked out. There's an ad here for the Nintendo Freedom Stick. That's that giant, like lap-size controller, which was nice for not accessories, accessibilities. Sunspot's looking for her, but he sees the faintness of the energy blanket, so then he finds her. Um, she's not waking up just yet. Warlock's like smashing the guards into the ground. Illyana has her full silver. She's into her Dark Child persona, but not the full Dark Child. So she's not running around red, but she's all in her silver armor with red horns and a red tail sticking out. Danny's trying to keep everyone controlled, but they need to start figuring out what they're going to do next. More guards come in, so now they can start attacking. Danny thinks they don't have time for this, so she creates an illusion of gold, which the guards just love. So then Sunspot attacks a couple, as does Illyana, as the rest of the New Mutants make their escape. And then minutes later, and then we see spiders haunting Illyana. Nope, Lila, with too many L's in names, I think. As we see Gossamer's giant family in like giant cocoons. So his plan is to wake them up, and he has a plan to destroy them as soon as they wake up. Because once they wake up and get destroyed, then it's he has some sense over them. Lila's saying that he's crazy because that's never gonna work. And then Gossamer faints again. And then by her fainting, the New Mutants now no longer have their element of surprise, so that it's a full-on attack again. Um, Gossamer's like, Ilyana, careful, don't use your sword on them. Who knows what kind of monsters it might transform them into? Ilyana's like, in my Dark Child form, I'm super strong. Against these losers, strength and skill should be enough. And Wolfsbane's attacking people. Lila's, no, I thought she was escaping, but Cannonball is taking the fight to Spider himself, which distracts him while Gossamer's family is cracking through the eggs. And they look like the Acanti, but like not to be speciesist, but like but like a disturbing version with like all teeth and jagged um backs. So he's telling his team to kill them, and Cannonball's like, kill them with what? As they took in out all the goons, so now his plan isn't working. And so now they're just going to, and Spider's complaining that he spent millions and billions on this scheme. And so since he can't win, he's going to destroy everything. And then Ilyana's like, they're hideous, they're monstrous, like the worst that my own realm Limbo could produce. While Gossamer's beautiful, fragile, and delicate. Danny, how can they be her family? Danny's just like, I don't know, I wasn't there for fallen angels either. And Cannonball's blasting, being nigh invulnerable. Spider's still. Oh, I can't tell it here. Does he still have Lila? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He has her firmly, and then she's like, "I'm just going to escape. You guys deal with Gossamer's family." And Sunspot's kicking a dude. Illyana's like, "Teleport us from here to Limbo and then to Earth, and yet, can we leave this planet, avish and wicked as its citizens are, in the hands of these monsters? Though my control fades with every passing minute, I might still save us. I want to teleport us home, and yet I'm afraid what a fate's worse than this awaits us there." And then Cannonball finally catches up to Spider, grabbing one of his mini arms and tosses him. So Lila's finally free. Wolfsbane catches Lila right when they're about to get eaten, but Cannonball whisks them away just in time for a big old chomp. And then Gossamer's family's breaking through the roof. And now the New Mutants don't know what to do because once they're out on the city, they're just going to cause mass destruction. And then probably not stop until the whole solar system's gone. And then so Gossamer's just sad about how her whole family's, considered monsters and um oh, yes, okay. So they should have had thousands more years to mature, thousands more to rest in their cocoons, but since they're forced open now, they're just mindless monsters, which then Ileana takes offense. You see, Lila, it's not their fault that they're monsters. I'm a monster too, don't you see? Does that mean I should die? Which is like, oof, because by the end of this, well, there no spoilers. The bullpen has a quote of the month: "A vampire casts no reflection, nor can his image be captured on film. A minor obstacle to a career as a movie star." Igor from Count Dracula 1. There's a profile here. Oh, that's cute because it's profile, 2 words, by Mike Roxwitz. The checklist includes, let's see here, Daredevil 261, Simplify 1, West Coast Avengers 39, Wolfpack 5, G.I. Joe Special Mission 16, Web of Spider-Man 46, Strike Force Mordecai 24, which I remember Mav from Oh Gosh, I'll Go a while talking about that comic and how no one read it except for him. Excalibur 3, so in 3 issues they should be joining uh, Inferno. Captain America 348, Solo Avengers 13, Amazing Spider-Man 310, New Mutants 70, which would have been fun to have a little check mark there. Alpha Flight 65, Marvel Comics Presents 8, Wolverine 2, Marvel Age Magazine 69, Marvel Tales 210, Avengers 298, so they're 2 issues away from Inferno. Well, I guess technically all of these people should be, but these are the ones I know for sure. Conan O'Brien 213, no. Conan the Barbarian 213, G.I. Joe 81, Power Pack 43, or 42, which we should get a lot of Power Pack in this 16 weeks. The Punisher 14, Silver Surfer 18, X-Men 239, Exterminators 3. Well, that's weird because I was told, because I'm using Comics Herald as the rating order. Probably should have started with that. So shout outs to them, and their great website they have. I'm thinking about using them for a big event for next year, um, but I don't know if I can commit to it. But I'm thinking about it. Iron Man 237, Punisher War Journal 2, Spectacular Spider-Man 145, X Factor 35, which they'll be coming to Inferno. Cloak and Dagger 2, The Nom 25, G.I. Joe European Missions 4. That's just fun to see like how popular things were getting. And Lila has pretty much did the idea she had of teleporting them into the sun. As Illyana goes, "Look, the sun!" And now Sun Cannonball sounds sad that Lila's gone. There's a great ad here for the Inferno house ad. Uncanny X-Men 240 to 242, New Mutants 171 to 73, X Factor 36 to 38. And there's Sim saying good morning, but morning as in the sadder version. I'm Sim. I know that Inferno wasn't supposed to start until September, but I'm not a nice guy. That's why I jumped the gun and started the mayhem a little early. Had a blast, bring marshmallows, Madeline, her Goblin Queen's there. X Factor's um, hurt. Oh, Sim has poor Illyana like with a chain around her neck and like a bikini top. Which does not seem like what Illyana will be wearing this time. Colossus is on the ground, Storm's on the ground, Sam, Wolverine, Rogue is as well. G wearing a white bed sheet. That seems like a choice. And Scott's humbled before, in between Madeline's legs. Sam's just crying. Rain's trying to comfort him. Gossamer's now sad, and Birdo's trying to comfort her. And then Spider wants all of his goons to attack the New Mutants now. And Odad's thumbs are having a hard time turning these pages. And Illyana says, Cannonball, wait. Lila's gone and I'm our only way home. But my power to call a teleportation disc to direct it fades with every second we remain. I fear already it's too late. And Warlock's grabbing Sam so they can teleport. And then we see in the final panel, Sim is there, and that's S''YM. And Sim boasts, "Welcome, dark child, to my infernal realm. Lord Sim to you, sweet things. Destiny is everything, and Sim will rule all Limbo and beyond. Get them!" Next issue, Inferno. The conflagration begins. And their letter page was called the report card, which is cute. Letters include Shane Shahadi from Toledo, Ohio, Greg Sherman from Spencer, Massachusetts, Charles Novinsky from Grand Junction, Colorado, Ed Bioimento from the Hudson, New York, Jeff Mitchell from St. Paul, Minnesota, and Chris Barchuk from Spring Valley, New York. And it's bunker. It's how they just reprinted everyone's full addresses here. But if you wanted to, you could probably have started a pen pal with them. There's some subscriptions here. One title for 14 issues for only $7.75. Another bracket for 14 issues for $9. So I don't know what is the difference between those. And then the inside back cover ad is for the first Ninja Turtle game coming. Oh, actually, it's just an ad for Ultra games, but this Ninja Turtles, a skateboarder, and a guy on a horse. Trying to see if these get listed. Oh, Defender of the Crown and Skate or Die. And the back cover ad is for Candylicious candy bars with a giant snake who clearly ate one of the gum cubes. And that is New Mutants 70. And we just teased Inferno, but what a way to kick it off. Should have recorded with this piece of paper closer to me. So next Thursday, all things pending, we will start Exterminators with issue 1. So we have 2 issues or 2 episodes a week for ideally 16 weeks, as I have other plans I want to do, so I couldn't wrap my mind around how to do this beforehand, because I was going to do it last month, But now I'm like, well, no, I want to review. Like, I want the Secret Invasion thing to still come over. I got X-Men Volume 6, Issue 25. I want to review for Monday, and so no, we just got a lot going on. So I'm like, well, I think I can manage to do 2 episodes, or at least. Well, it's planned on every Thursday, but these might just be bonus. Well, they're bonus episodes no matter what. But it'd be nice if they were all in a row. And so 16 weeks takes us to like November, so that feels like forever from now. But thanks so much for listening. You can follow the blog at shadowandflameofmagic.com. You can follow the podcast at SNFWM on both Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter and YouTube and Blue Sky at Jackal SIII. Shout outs to Strike the Planet Twitter for giving me the code. Though that seems like a decent alternative, but I'm not following enough people, so I got like I keep getting one person pretty much seeing all their tweets. Where I'm like, well, okay, I need to follow some more people. So if you follow me, I'll follow back. Um, and I'll talk to you next time. All right, everyone. Oh, and if you will subscribe and rate the podcast, I really appreciate that. It helps the podcast grow. All right, everyone. See you next. Talk to you next time. Bye.